Good morning, guys, and welcome to week 2. So, you made it through the first week. You all survived. It's a hard week. I know just the workouts alone are hard. We were all talking about how sore we were, and it's just that's difficult in itself. But not only that, you're learning a new routine. You don't quite know the moves, obviously. I started a new routine last week, and the moves were hard. You feel uncoordinated. You feel like you're going to pass out. You're not sure about your snacks and how to plan for the things that you weren't expecting. And if you're doing the 21-day fix, then you've got these containers that you've never used before, and you're not really confident yet in what exactly goes in them, and you make mistakes. It's all new. You're still learning, and that's okay. But I have to say that there are a lot of people in this group, and I would say about a third to half of you guys just absolutely rocked it. You tackled last week. You had your meal plan, you had your workouts, and you did it even when you didn't feel like it. And I am so excited for you guys. But it is a learning process, and you made it through. I'm sure that you all learned something from last week. You're improving the process, and now it's week 2. You're probably still a little bit sore, tired, maybe from getting up earlier if you got up early to do your workouts last week. And I honestly think that week 2 is probably the hardest one in this journey. Why? Because this is where it really gets real. This is where, the excitement has kind of worn off. Last week you were pumped, you were excited, you were ready to get started, you were willing to push through those workouts because it was new. But now reality really sets in. Life is starting to get in the way. You may be discouraged because you got a little bit off track over the weekend, or maybe you tried to rationalize why other things should take priority over your nutrition and your workouts. This week, I want to challenge you, though, to think about what you are saying to yourself. Are you telling yourself, okay, I started this, I did great last week, but I cannot continue this? Or are you saying, this is tough, but I'm committed to this and I'm going to push through? Your mindset will go a long way in determining how your week plays out. Negativity will only take you so far, but positive words and inspiration, and really reading these daily posts. A lot of this comes from the Made to Crave devotion that I studied myself. And I'm just so thankful for people like Lisa Turkers, that God put these words into her mouth and onto paper. I'm so thankful for his words that guide us, along this fitness and health journey. And remember, guys, that you started this for a reason. You reached out to me or responded to me for a reason. You invested in what you bought, your workout program, your Shakeology, for a reason. And you are here because you wanted to make a change. And remember that your workouts should be something that are a priority. I know it's so easy to make excuses and not get those in. We're too busy. You don't have time. You were sick last week or whatever, but it takes work and it takes time and it takes effort, but it is so worth it. So this week, try hard to not let those excuses creep in. Try not to schedule in an extra rest day and just tell yourself, oh, I'll do doubles tomorrow, because every day really does count. It counts physically and it counts mentally, because this is definitely a mental battle. Every decision, every choice that you make brings you either closer to or farther away from your goal. The Slight Edge is a book that I read. It's one of my personal development books by Jeff Olson, and it's an awesome book. I really would encourage you guys to read it too. Even though you may not coach, you may never coach, it applies to what we're doing here in this challenge group. And he talks about how every single day that there are decisions that you can make. They're not big decisions. It's the little tiny ones that really count and add up. Maybe you're faced with a lunch at work. Maybe it's catered. Maybe there's pizza or cookies or cake that somebody brought in. Or you have the option for the salad or the light Subway sandwich or wrap. Now eating that pizza and that cake is not the end of the world. Definitely. You're not going to gain 5 pounds or go back to the way you were before. And most likely it's not going to break your results that one time, but it's not going to help you either. If it's not on your meal plan and you do it one day, you're more likely to do it the next day and the next day after that. And it becomes a series of just poor decisions that we make over time that sends you back to the start. And it works the opposite way as well, though. That's the good news. those series of decisions that you make to not eat the cake, to not eat the pizza, to carry your lunch or carry your food and water somewhere where there's going to be a lot of temptation. Those things are going to take you closer to your goal. And that's why the book is called The Slight Edge. It's a series of good decisions that you make over time that help you to get where you're going. So I want you to think about that this week. When you're strong and you make good decisions, it brings you closer to where you want to be. And every decision, guys, honestly, it really does count, and it makes you stronger along the way, even if it doesn't feel like it at the time, even if it's not fun at the time. And so before we go, I want to say one or two things probably happened to you this week. One, you probably lost a lot of weight in inches. And two, maybe you didn't. But regardless of where you ended week 1 at, I want you to know that just showing up, just posting in the group, just checking in, just doing your workouts, you are making progress. And a big thing to remember is don't compare yourself to everybody else's journey. This is yours. Your body is different than other people's. Some people have a lot of soreness and muscle swelling in that first week that causes them to retain water, and maybe you don't lose weight or inches the first week, or maybe you just had too much sodium last week. There are a lot of different things in your fitness journey that can affect your results. So remember that the scale does not define who you are. And this journey, hopefully for most of you, is not just about the scale. It's about improving your quality of life, taking care of that body that God gave you. And what really matters is how you feel, the energy that you have, and the fact that you are fueling your body with good things that are good for it and regular daily exercise. So if you give 110% this week, then you're going to get results. But again, it's consistency. It's just doing those tiny little things every single day that are making those good choices that's going to bring you closer to your goal. And this week, I really want you to think about what we have been talking about. Your worth in Christ, how He designed you with a plan and a purpose. And no matter what others say about us, this is a lifestyle change. Whether they notice it or not, whether people are critical of what you're doing or not, whether they support you or not, it doesn't really matter. What you are doing is for you. And if you're honoring God with your choices, then contentment and satisfaction in Him will come. And that's what it's about. So I'm encouraging you today. I am praying for you guys. I want you to know that I definitely pray for you on a daily basis. I know that it's a struggle for some more than others. I know that it can be difficult to make big changes, but don't look at it as big changes. Look at these tiny little changes you make every day. So let's start this week strong. Let's do it. Let's check in. Let's support each other and have a great week, guys.